Vasu Deshpande from EasyOne Systems, Easylib Software Private Limited. Today's topic of the webinar is attendance module. As you know, running an education institute has various functions, starting from pre-admission processing to admissions, then student master data management, fee collection, then there is a timetable, attendance, examinations, and many more functions. So all the way till the alumni relationship management is done, you have the need for an exhaustive information technology system. So in this regard, at EasyOne, right, we have developed an application which caters to your entire end-to-end need of the IT systems. So when you click on a menu over here, when you log in, you click on menu, you will see a whole bunch of applications that are required for you. The first one is the integration library management system. It has got the cataloging, circulation, digital library, and so on. There is the institutional repository management system wherein you can put all your question papers, thesis, and all that. You have visitor management system, how many people are coming to your college library. You have enterprise management system that talks about sales desk, service desk, finance management, and leave management, governance, GRC, and many more. You have got academic administration system that deals with admissions, enrollment, fee management, journal publications, and many more. You have a learning management system that deals with the timetable, attendance, syllabus, course, reserve, LMS, and then many more applications. And then finally, the system setup over here, which will govern all the basic parameters that are required for running your entire educational system. So there is another view of this menu over C here. So there are about 50 modules an educational system administration requires over here. So if somebody says that, okay, they have got a software which will do about 4 or 5 functions, probably that is not going to be sufficient. You would need a much more exhaustive system that deals with all these functions that I have told over here. And then only you have a very exhaustive application. So for today's discussion, we will focus on the attendance module in the EasyOne application. What's the difference between Easylib and EasyOne? Easylib stands for entire automation system for libraries alone. And on the other hand, EasyOne targets to be the one primary application that your organization requires. That is why you have a very wide range of applications for your organization, helping you run all the functions one by one. Okay, so that is the difference. When you become our customer, you are going to get a URL. Like I am logged into our test site, espl82.easylib.net. That's our test site. And when you become a customer, you are going to get a site like your college name.easylib.net, or we can configure it to say, okay, easy1.yourcollegename.org. So then you have all the applications accessible based on the security that you have got. See, right now I am logged in with a global admin. That's why I'm able to see a lot of functions over here. And when you log in, you will get to see are your faculty, your students, your the administrators, your inventory management people, your academics coordinators will get to see only the portions that they are authorized for. Okay, so when they are authorized to attendance alone, they will see the only the attendance module. If they are authorized for the student relationship module, they will see that module. Okay, so you can group these applications, give the application access as desired by different profiles. Okay, so for our discussion, so today's topic is attendance module, right? So, okay, so before we go into the attendance module, what are the prerequisites for that? So the first thing is you are going to have the establishment. Establishment that deals with what are the educational institutes your university or the society is running. So that's where it starts. You define an education institute. Then you are going to go into the setup over here. You are going to define what are the grades and classes you are going to teach in each of these educational institutes. Say, for example, if it is a management institute, you are going to teach about MBA first year, second year, and so on. On the other hand, if you're a degree college, you are going to teach BCom, BSc, and all that. And if you happen to be a school, you are going to have first grade, second grade. And if you happen to be MBBS, be a medical college, you are going to have MBBS first year, second year, and so on. Okay, and engineering college, of course, first semester, second semester. So basically, you are going to define that academic grades, and then you are going to define the different subjects by grade you are going to define. Okay, so if I say, for example, Management Institute, and within the Management Institute, first MBA first semester, you are going to teach fundamentals of management, computer networking, data structure, and so on. So you are going to do the definition one time. Okay. After that, you are going to enroll the students into the different sessions or different classes. Before that, even you are going to define the student master data, right? So once the admission process is done, you are going to maintain the data of all your students by going to this student master data management, where this module captures the details of all of your students. So if you see over here, we have loaded something like 30,000 students data here, sample data, because we wanted to simulate a real college for you. Okay, so now what you have done, you have defined these different students. Then you are going to enroll them, because to take up the attendance, right, you need to enroll the students into the different classes, sections, and all that thing. Say, for example, if I say Management Institute, and for this particular academic year, for this particular grade A section, who all are enrolled over here? So if you see 21 EAC 001, 002, these are the people, these are the 10, 11 people who are enrolled in this particular class. This is the grade section. Then you got by classes also, by subject also. Say, for example, you have got these 10 students enrolled for all. This is the general one. But an elective, only 5 people may be enrolled. So that is why there is a class section enrollment also over here. So if I click on this class section enrollment, here you will see, if I go to the Management Institute and I choose this particular academic year, and here you got different subjects that are being taught. Say fundamentals of management, and there is only one student enrolled. And if it is a computer networking, one is enrolled. Like that, you are going to enroll the different people for different classes and sections. Okay. So then similarly, you have got the batch-wise enrollment, because in the practicals, you will have many more students than in a theory class. So you can divide them into, if you have got 10 sections, but only 2 batches for the practical, or vice versa. You have got 4 sections and then 10 batches of maybe 10 students. You have that all that flexibility over here. Okay. All right. So now we are going to go into the attendance module. So the attendance module, so you are going to click on this. So here, because I am logged in as admin, I am able to see more. So I am searching over here. But when you log in, you will see only the portion that, if you happen to look at only the admission attendance, you will see that only. Okay. So let's go over here. See this attendance by grade section I want to see. So what you do here, if I click on management and this particular year, 24, 25, MBA, and this is the A section. Now, if I click, nobody is absent right now. So when you want to have some people marked as present, absent, what you are going to do is multiple options. You can choose this option. List out all the people who have been absent. Okay. If you see on the other screen, right? Let me close all other windows. Share. See, in Management Institute for this academic year, there is the 10 students who are enrolled. 1 to 10, 21 EAC, correct? So, and plus this another one. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to mark these 2 students as absent. So now these 2 are marked as absent here. Okay, so very simple, right? What we have done is very simply, you can mark the students who are absent for that day. Okay, now why you are seeing all this? Because again, I'm logged in as a global admin. But when you log in, you can configure it such that which institute you belong to and what is the current academic year. So it will default, and you don't have to select that anything else further. You directly go to that particular grade section and take the attendance. Okay, so now I have marked these 2 as absent here. Now let's see here. Management Institute, attendance is taken every class, correct? You don't take it like 4th grade, 5th grade and all that. You attendance once a day. But the other way is attendance by class. So that's why we go to this particular one. Here again, what you can do is Management Institute and which academic year, and this academic year, MBA first semester A section, and here you are going to choose subject. In the previous one, we took the attendance by date. Here, going to choose subject and then the date you are going to choose. So again, here you can, okay, So who was absent? Let's say this gentleman was absent. Okay, another one. Prakash and Philip, they have been absent. So mark it absent. Very simple. We took the attendance. Not two people are absent. So this is what we are doing. We are doing it in absentee-based attendance. When typically when you are your colleges, right? So the faculty goes to a particular class, takes the class, then he'll probably read out, okay, rule number 1, 2, 3, 4. And then whoever is absent for that day, he will come back and enter the date. So this is one of them. And here, there is one more view also here. If you don't remember what is the student ID, so what you can do is you can simply go here, there is another screen. So you can management list, and then here this particular academic year I'm choosing. Again, because there's multiple selections available. So now it will show you who are the 10 people who are enrolled. If there are 2 people already you have marked as absent, no, 001 and then 10 have been absent. Now if you find that when 006 is also absent, you simply click. This now 6 is marked as absent. Okay, so that is how it works here. So again, you can clear it, and then if you want, you can come back to the screen, look at any time Management Institute, this particular academic year, and MBA first semester. If I click on this date, and now see that there are 3 people absent here. So if you remember the who all are absent, and then you can remember them. Note down this member ID, you can do that. Or if you want, you can go here. If you find that, okay, Monica is absent, you don't remember, so you just click on Monica and then mark her as absent. Simple as that. Okay, now if you find that, Easylib is an evolving application here. So continuously, if you find that, okay, there should be better functionality in the screen, always you can do it, you can click on the support. Okay, when you click on the support, you get this particular screen where you have the ability to click a new ticket. You simply click on new ticket, you will put all the changes that you want into the system, and our team will be able to take. Okay, very simple application. So now, when did we start this session? 303. Within 12 minutes, we defined the institute, we defined the grades, we defined the subjects, we defined the student entries we did, and we defined the subjects. And then we have also taken absent. Within 12 minutes, we are able to complete one particular cycle. Similarly, we can go further into the details wherein you can maintain the class-wise attendance. Subject-wise, you are taking up. Okay, who is absent, you are tracking. Now there is an RFID related one. How does this RFID work over here? What happens is that when the students, let's go over here, RFID. Okay, RFID gate reader. So now you might have seen this RFID gate reader, right? As soon as if we have kept these gate readers at the different classrooms, as soon as the students enter that particular gate, right? And if that particular gate reader has been configured, for which class it is going to directly make an entry into the system saying that at this particular time, this particular person entered the room and you marked him as present. Okay, that is one option. Alternatively, there is another option because these RFID providers can call the API real time or they can send a batch file, and we have got this import system over here. Okay, so now if I go here, there is an import option here in this screen. See, attendance report. In the attendance report, you choose a simple file over here. And this has got all these fields: biometric code name, the language, location, name, date, out date, and all that thing. So now here the biometric reader can configure who all are present. You simply import into the system. Software will go and mark the students as present for, based on the data submitted. It makes it very, very, very simple over here. If it is so simple, why do we have so many screens, extra screens here? Let me explain one by one what is this. So this one, grade section, very easy. So in a high school kind of thing, this will help because once a day you are taking the class. Once a day you are taking that class. Now in a higher education, you are going to take it by different subjects. That is why we have the screen. Then we have the batch wise. Suppose you are an engineering college or a medical college. In addition to the parallel structure of the grade sections, you have grade and batch. So that is why there is an ability to take the attendance by grade and batch. And now grade, subject and batch is also possible in this. That's why you have this screen here. Okay. Now then, class held entry. What does this mean over here is that, see, as soon as the class is complete, the faculty will enter this information here. And here, the faculty, this is closely related to this timetable management system. Let me show you over here why I say this is related to the timetable management system here is, in the timetable management system, you can build a weekly template. Okay, so you have a template here. Let me open this. So you have a weekly template here. Okay, in this template, you are to say, okay, this week college on this Monday, first period, what class is going to be there, second class is going to be there, and all that. So you are building a template here. But when it comes to the attendance, you are going to replicate that weekly template for that particular week. Okay, so when you are counting the attendance, you don't tell the parent saying that, okay, your student has been absent on Monday. You tell that your student has been absent on Monday, 2nd of March. Like that you tell. So that is why it's important that you build a schedule based on the template. So now if I click this Management Institute, and if the timetable is already there, what you can do is, if it happens to be there, you will be able to replicate that particular schedule over there. Completely, you can choose this. Let me choose once again. Okay. See, this is what it is. Medical College Bangalore, for this academic year, you have this. So if you want to replicate this for particular year, right? So all you have to do is MBBS first semester, A section I'm taking. So now the complete timetable is displayed here. Let me take everything here. Why only restrict it? So let me take it for a little longer one here. Okay, medical college. Okay, so when you want to build this particular template, right? So what you are going to, okay, it's taking time. That's the reason the medical college Bangalore. So medical college, this is the one that I should choose. And I say list here. And for this particular, I'll choose this academic year of 23. I was choosing a different medical college, I think. So now within that, I'm going to choose this MBBS first year, A section. This is the template that has been defined actually. So these are the classes. So now if you want, you can simply click this, build this schedule. So the schedule started from 2nd of March. Schedule means the complete timetable of that particular week, right? Get here. Okay. Once that is done, you are going to be able to take the attendance as per that particular one. All the data is going to show in the class held entry. Okay. Okay, all right. So now this one tells about all the data in the class held entry, because as soon as the class is entered, done, right, the faculty goes and enters the data and then mark attendance there. Now there is a simple attendance report. If you're interested, okay, show me for this institute, for this particular academic year, for this institute, who all are absent present. Okay, so that's why you are going to see this particular absentee or the attendance report over here. Then there is a grade-wise attendance by absentee you are seeing here. This is what we saw that in one of the other screen, right? I think we use this in particular screen. Okay, because we know the other one list expected you to remember the student ID. Here it is going to list out all the students ID. So that's why we have the two screens here. Then there is a batch, class batch by the attendance. Then there is a absentee by grade report. So there is another one. Institute for this academic year, for this particular grade, who all have been absent or present. There is a lot of junk data that I think we should clean it up. Sana, can you make it, note it down? Okay, we have entered this null. We will definitely clean this up. Okay, so now all this data, right? In the real world, you are not going to see this null, and all that. You'll properly see this, what is the academic year, institute, how many students are absent, present, and all that. So similarly, the attendance by class. Okay, so many more over here. So this is absentee related one. If you happen to have an RFID, there is a complete replication related to this by presently also. Okay, I'm going to completely skip this whole thing, because it is applicable only if you have got an RFID. See, why I'm showing this thing, even this present also, right? Because this tells the depth we have gone in developing this application. Okay. And as I showed earlier, starting this application, tracking this attendance data is very simple with Easylib. You know, within 12 minutes, we could define this attendance and then start taking the attendance. We can easily get started. Okay. All right. So now let's see what are the other things that we wanted to cover in this webinar. I wanted to cover this. One of the things that we wanted to cover was this RFID, right? So RFID, as I said earlier, as the people enter, API gets calls. So let's go over a minute on what is this API all about. Okay. So in depth, let's go over here, API management. So API management is that basically there are the different APIs have been developed where the RFID provider will call this saying that so particular student is absent for that particular class. It will send all these parameters to this particular URL and the entry gets made. Okay. All right. That is one thing that we wanted to cover. Other thing I wanted to cover was this SMS and email facility. There is an option within Easylib wherein we can configure such that as soon as the student is marked as absent, at that time, immediately an email can go saying that, hey, student, you have been absent. So the real-time example is that when you create a ticket, right, you are going to get a request over here. Say, for example, if I go to my Outlook inbox here, right, I get so many of these tickets that we have entered in our system. Okay. So now if I go to this inbox, okay. So there is, let me see here, updates of tickets from Easylib. What it means here? So basically this is Lakshmi Memorial College opened the ticket related to the barcode and whatever. So this is the data that you are going to see. Similarly, when the students are absent or present, an email or an SMS is possible to be sent. Of course, SMS is a little cost involved, but email is up to 100 emails per day are free. After that, it will be about 2 paisa per email is what we have charged, what we charge. Okay. So I know we have asked for 1 hour, but I wanted to quickly cover this within about 30-35 minutes. The reason is that we wanted to showcase how quickly you can get started with this. So that's why I'm not going to take too much time and open the forum for any questions you have got. Okay. Sana, can you take the questions if the people have put the questions? Okay, Mr. Rachappa, you have any questions? Mahantesh, you have any questions? Kindly ask the questions. We'll be happy to cover those questions for you. Okay, so if there are no questions, we are going to conclude this webinar. Thank you for joining this. And so what I would love to do is that those of you who want to become customers, right, we can configure this entire application within a matter of couple of days. Within about 1 week, we can help you deploy the software. We can load your data. We can load the subjects and do all the configuration so that you can get started with the application of this attendance module within a week over here, including the sending the emails for you. If you have any questions or doubts, you can simply call us. These are the numbers over here, 9844081710 or 6364574490, or you can reach me at vasumd@easylib.net. Okay, so that's about it. Thank you very much for joining. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.
Thank you, sir.